All right. Last time we were talking about stuff, we talked about how Muhammad had gotten kicked out of Mecca. He went to Medina, got an army together, came back to Mecca, took it over. However, he eventually dies in 632 Common Era. When he dies in 632 Common Era, Islam splits into two different groups because there was some debate about who should take over after Muhammad. Go ahead and make a bullet and write down split of Islam. So bullet split of Islam. So Islam splits into two groups. One group is called the Sunnis, the other group is called the Shias. Make a one and write down two groups, Shia and Sunni, which are right there. So two groups, Shia and Sunni. So you have two groups that kind of split off from each other, the Sunnis and Shias. So they're both still Islam, but they're just two different groups. Now you can see over here in the map how most of it's green and some of it's red, and then one part is blue. The green places are the Sunni part of the Islam religion. So green is Sunni, and then the red is Shia. And the blue is like they're a third group, but they're not really all that important. But they're they're a third group, a little bit of offshoot down in Yemen and Oman area. But anyways, so they got two groups, Shia and Sunnis. As I said, the green area is the Sunni, red is the Shia. Well, what happened? Well, what happened was that the Shia group believed that Muhammad's daughter's husband, so this is a smaller group, so a smaller group, the Shia group, they thought Muhammad's daughter's husband should take over. And they are very much, they follow the letter of the law according to Quran. So if the Quran says something is a law, it's a law in nations that are mainly Shia. Sunnis, on the other hand, are a lot more relaxed in their religious beliefs compared to the Shia. Let's go ahead and make a 2. We're going to write down Shia and then equal sign. So 2 Shia equal sign, and then we're going to write down follow the letter of the law according to the Quran. So right here, what's in red right here? Follow the letter of the law according to the Quran. So the Shia will follow the letter of the law according to the Quran. So if it's a law that, hey, at sundown, you have to close your store, that means at sundown, they close their stores. Okay? So Shias follow whatever the Quran says is law. That's what law is. So as a Shia, they're a smaller group. They're the ones that were following Muhammad's daughter's husband. Now the other group is a Sunni group. I'm going to make a 3. Write down Sunni. So 3 Sunni equal sign. More relaxed in their religious beliefs. So more relaxed in their religious beliefs. So the Sunni are more relaxed in their religious beliefs. They believe that Muhammad's uncle should have been the next person to take over after Muhammad. Most people are Sunni Muslims, so about 80% of all Muslims in the world are of the Sunni group, and then the Shia group is 20% of the world. For the most part, the United States, for us, we generally get along better with the Sunni nations than the Shia nations. So Iran, for example, is a Shia nation. We don't get along very well with Iran. Sunni nations being like Saudi Arabia, for example, who we're buddies with. So generally, the Sunni ones are ones we tend to get along with. The Shia, not so much. Now, Islam, how does it spread? Well, the dark green areas is where Islam spread first. So Islam kind of started up down here in this area right where I have my mouse at, where I'm moving it back and forth at. So Islam started there, and then it spread to these dark green areas first, and then it spread out to the light green areas, and then it spread to the yellow areas. Okay, so that's kind of where Islam has spread to. And no, I don't know why there's rivers of the United States are shown right there. They just are. Okay, so the spread of Islam is the important thing. As the dark green first, then the light green, then the areas in yellow. Now the areas in yellow, Islam's only kind of in nowadays. Like there's kind of some in India, more on the north parts, but most of India, there's not many people that are Islamic. Most of the people that are Islamic in the area will actually live over in Pakistan. A little bit up here in northwest China. That's the Uyghurs up there in northwest China. That's a group of people that, of course, somewhat being impressed by the Chinese and from like concentration camps and so forth. A little bit of Islam down here in kind of southern Russia area, a little bit through the Balkans areas over here, and a little bit in Spain and Portugal areas. All right. So that's kind of where Islam spread to since its founding. Beliefs. We already kind of talked about this before, but there's one God and one God only, and Muhammad is the last of his prophets. Other main prophets are Abraham, Jesus, Adam, Noah, Moses, David. Those are like the other main ones. There are 5 pillars of Islam, basically 5 things that a Muslim should do. Go ahead and make a bullet. We're going to write down 5 pillars of Islam. So bullet 5 pillars of Islam. So the first pillar of Islam is one God. So one God. So one God. So Islam, there's one God and one God only. So one God. 2, daily prayer 5 times a day. 2, daily prayer 5 times a day. So if you are Islamic, if you are a Muslim, you're supposed to pray 5 times a day towards Mecca. So you basically have to kind of know where Mecca is, face that direction, and then pray in that direction. Where is Mecca in relation to where we are at in Columbus, Indiana? Slightly south and towards east, and then you face slightly south. So it's yeah, you just face east and then slightly south, and there you go. That will face towards Mecca. Charity. 3, charity. Charity is pretty important. Just pretty much like it is in most religions, giving to the poor. So 3, charity. 4, fasting, not eating or drinking. Now, it doesn't mean you don't eat and drink like ever if you're Muslim. That would be silly. It just means that during the month of Ramadan, I believe you're not supposed to eat or drink while the sun is up, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it just means that you just fast in between that time period during the month of Ramadan. So just 1 month a year, not eating or drinking during the sunlight hours. And 5, you should once in your lifetime make a pilgrimage to Mecca. So once in your lifetime, you should make a pilgrimage to Mecca. So just once in your lifetime, as long as you are physically able to do so. So 5, pilgrimage to Mecca. In Arabic, how do you write God? It's like this. So that's how you write God in Arabic, which we saw on the Mecca Royal Clock Tower and Hotel. Well, actually, you can't quite see it. But right here on the Mecca Royal Clock Tower and Hotel, they have the exact same symbol. And again, that just means Allah. So just means God, just means Allah. New bullet, founder. New bullet, founder. And after bullet founder, make a 1. Muhammad, 570 to 632. So bullet founder, 1. Muhammad, 570 to 632. Now, the reason why it says, sorry, image not available is very simple. In the religion of Islam, you are not supposed to show the image of Muhammad. I believe that goes back to the entire fact that there was idol worshippers in Mecca. So remember, people that worship idols, like a statue of a cow, for example. So there's people that are idol worshippers in Mecca. And those people try to somewhat murder Muhammad. Therefore, any type of idol worship, even if it's like a picture of Muhammad, is kind of seen as idol worship. And there you go. All right, let's go ahead and stop there for today.